Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This next video on full frames, I'm going to just call advanced setup, but I just want to talk about something that I didn't mention before in setting this up, and that is probably going to have a height issue on this left front rail. When it got drove over, hit from the left, it pushed the front end over. It also raised it up off the center, and it could be up maybe 3, 4, 5 millimeters. But what it's going to do, it's going to sag the frame in this area right underneath the cowl. So right here is going to be low, and we're not going to worry about that as far as trying to get in there with the jack and push it up. All we're going to do is make sure that this truck frame is clamped down or blocked up to the floor, even on side to side. So say we got this thing sitting on the floor and we're going to use wooden blocks, or you're on a frame rack and you've got the truck clamps, whatever you're going to do. Say if you measure down from the bottom of the frame on the right hand side and you need 16.5 inches in there, get your blocks of wood. You may have to pick it up a little bit. Don't put blocks in that are shorter and then try and chain it down to it. Put a little tension on that frame, pick it up, so you might have to fill an area of 17 inches. So if you're using 6x6s, 2x, 1x, a block of steel, whatever you need to do, but come back to the damaged side and make that measurement exactly the same. Use the same height and blocks of wood, piece of steel, whatever you have to do to fill that in. And you got blocks of wood, then you're going to have smaller pieces, whatever you need to do, and set that frame down so side to side is the same height, and then anchor it down to the floor. Floor pots, that's always a struggle. There's never a floor pot right under where you need it, but sometimes you can catch a pot behind it, in front of it, side to side, and run a chain over. It's kind of tough getting binders in there, but what I'm trying to stress is don't worry about that sag. Make sure these 4 points are mounted even side to side. Once we do all our pulling and our down pulls up here, our side sway, that's going to even out. That's going to straighten itself out without actually worrying about just trying to chain it on both ends and pick up on it. It'll come out. So while we're doing our final pulls on the front of the vehicle, what we're going to do, say these are the front rails. This rail is up higher than this one, but they're both over. When you chain that down, make your pull and pull it down and over at the same time, and that will take care of your height issue and your side sway all in once. Once you get it over your side sway, if you still got height issue, then you can come down and just do a down pull on it. The same way with underneath this cross member. If you've got a height issue on these measuring points here, you got to put a chain around here, and you can pull it over and down at the same time, and that's going to twist that frame down. It's going to get rid of your side sway. So try and do 2 things at once on these down pulls, or to get a height issue. But like I said, the main thing is having this frame blocked even side to side. That way, if you left it an inch lower here on one side and then you're chaining it down, you just chain kind of a twist into that frame, and once you're all done pulling, that twist is going to stay there. So just make these even, whether truck clamps, wooden blocks, whatever you're going to do, and don't worry about the height at this point, because when you get the height out of here, that's going to take care of it. So I hope you got something out of this short video here, and I hope it helped you along. So leave me a comment if there's something you want me to address. Maybe something I didn't explain it clear enough. Sometimes when it's in your head and you know what you're talking about, it might not translate and come out like that. But if there's something, a question you want on a truck frame or any pulling, leave me a comment. I'd be happy to answer. So thanks for watching.